your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, I'm so excited because we are finally, well, we've been in it, but we are finally in wash and go season for me. I've done a lot of crochet hair, but now it's time for me to take a breather and let my hair breathe. So as you saw from the title, today's video is a wash and go video, but it's unique in the fact that it's a battle of wash and go video. If you aren't familiar with my channel, I do this series all the time, usually battling two different products on one side of my hair and wearing it out for a week to see which one performs better or which one I prefer. You guys know I'm a heavy lover of the Do's Mousse Def. I'm a mousse girl. I am a mousse girl through and through, but my favorite curl creator on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, she's everywhere, Alyssa Marie, she said this was her favorite combo. Hitting them with a 1-2 punch of the Briogeo Curl Charisma and then layering on top of that the Do's Mousse Def, chef's kiss. This made her feel like her hair was growing. She just said a lot of good things. I'll be playing her little video on the side. She talked about it, and I already own this. I'm not as familiar with the Briogeo product line, but it is their frizz control gel. So I was going to try this combo. I already know how I feel about this. I know this is a I'm going to do this on my whole head, but what's going to make this wash and go a bit different is I'm going to use, I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok. It's kind of gone a little bit viral on my page. Depends on what your TikTok page is giving you. Mine gives me shenanigans most of the time, but sometimes helpful tools. And this time the tool was the lengthen lock. So I've seen a lot of videos on some on this side of people using this for shrinkage. So applying this to their head. So I have 3C4A curls in the back of my head. You can see my curls are very defined. In the front, you can see it's almost like they're blown out, like it's no definition. And we have all the definition in the world in the back. So definition. We get to the front, it was like, we lost it. We've lost it. And my hair's not heat damaged because I don't use heat barely at all on my hair. I'm going to do lengthen lock on one side of my head. I don't know which side I'll choose as I do it. I'm going to do a new combination of the Briogeo and the Do's Mousse Def. And what I've already done to my hair is completely clean. Nothing is in my hair. None of my wash and goes have like leave-in in or anything like that. It doesn't really work for me. But I have already shampooed with the Olaplex #4. You guys know I don't use any other shampoo but the Olaplex #4 bond maintenance shampoo. And then I use this conditioner when I'm going to do a wash and go. It's the Shea Moisture Manuka Honey Intense Hydration Mask. This is only what I use when I'm about to go into a wash and go. These two, that's all I've done to my hair. Another thing I'm testing in this video as well, there's a lot of testations going on. You know I'm a Denman brush girl. You've seen all my wash and go videos. This Denman, I'm a Denman brush in different colors and different variations. I'm a Denman girl. However, I've heard a lot about the unbrush on TikTok as well. I didn't buy any of these from the TikTok shop though. Honey, I don't trust it. I'm not a truster of the TikTok shop. I got these from Amazon. Everything, the Briogeo, Amazon, I don't trust the TikTok shop. But this is also going viral, and I love it. I already know how I feel about this. I love this product over my Denman brush. This is so lightweight and airy, but my gosh, does it go through hair? Does it glide through hair in a way that I'm just like in love with? So enough rambling. Let's get started.
Again, this brush just glides through my hair, but applying the product, this is what the Briogeo gel looks like. Just a standard gel. Now, on my very first application of it, I did run the brush through my hair after I applied the gel, which is just a force of habit. I always apply my mousse and then brush through it. But realizing that the gel is a totally different consistency, I don't continue this process. So I apply the gel, then I apply the mousse. The Do's Mousse Def, always a great consistency. Love this mousse. And then I shingle my hair. And that's just wrapping the hair around my finger to help create a defined curl. And I continue this process throughout my head, again, brushing thoroughly up front because once I apply the gel, I am not going back to brushing my hair. I apply it, the gel, then the mousse, then I shingle. And again, going to do that all throughout my head. Usually this process takes about I'd say no more than 35 minutes. Once my hair is completely coated in the product, I do like to let my hair air dry, but I'm going to apply the length and lock first. So this is what the length and lock looks like. It has little clasps on the sides and you're supposed to wrap it around your hair. I thought at first I could get away with using one length and lock for a complete side, and then I realized that's too much hair. So I used two of the length and locks for the half that I was covering and using for experiment. I decided to do on camera, it's my right side. In real life, it's the left side of my hair. But again, going to use this length and lock, and I'm going to use two of them to clasp. And it took a couple of times to get used to the clasp feature of it. Again, you just want to make sure that you use a good enough volume to close properly. So this is what it looks like with the length and lock on, and I'm going to let my hair air dry.
So now it's midway through the day. I took this loose just to see. It is nowhere near dry at all, but the part that is loose, it is dry. And I wanted to comment on this because I feel like I might need to let this air dry out a little bit longer, and I'm going to lose all my sunlight. I film in the sunlight, and this will probably be dark. I think it's about probably only 40% dry at this point, whereas this is completely dry. It is a warm day, but I wanted to comment on the feel of this. It is hard, solid, solid as a rock. Okay, it is holding solid. It is not as light as it is when I normally just use the Mousse Def, and I was afraid of that because that's why I'm not normally a gel person. When it comes to the ranking of what's important to me in a wash and go, you have your different levels. It could be volume. Some people love length. Some people like definition. For me, it's definition, I think volume, and then length. I'm not really a care about the shrinkage that comes with washing goes, and that's funny because when my hair is in a crochet style, I love the long, I love the dramatic, but when it comes to my own hair, I don't care about the length that much. I try things like this and Taraji's little weights just for, just because I know shrinkage is a lot of people's most not fun part of washing goes. But for me, I get it. Curls are going to shrink and your hair is going to be longer when you straighten it. That's just, science. That's gravity. That's how things work. But for me, definition is up there. So when it comes to definition, I think it gave me incredible definition in comparison to how just mousse alone gives. Like if you even look at the front, it's definition McGee. When my hair wet does not have definition, but it is like hard. This is day one. I wonder if this will be different once I take it out. Very close to my face right now. I've done no fluffing. I don't want to fluff. I don't want to add any other products. I'm just going to leave it like this, and then I'll check in with you guys later when this part should be 100% dry and we can really see if the length and lock was locking and lengthening the way it should be. So we are both about to find out on camera right now what the length and lock is looking like. Wow. Okay. This is my honest first reaction. Okay. Okay. So I had to move angles because it is pre 9 a.m. and the sun is doing something weird. So I apologize for any sun hitting my face, but I needed to get out of the direct reflection of the sun because I need you guys to see, and I really need to get into the definition and talk about this because I figured, like, I had a good sneaking suspicion that I was going to have a little bit more length. Like, I was like, it is on for so long. If this does not prove or yield any results, then something has gone strangely awry. Like, then this is a complete and honest gimmick. It's not doing nothing. And I felt like it was going to do something. But what I've noticed is, let's lean in so you guys can see the curl difference. This is, a bit tighter. This is a lit looser. This is a bit looser, but it's the same curl, but like different fonts. You see it? Like, I can see it really well. Like, it's like the same curl, but like pulled a little bit. Like that, I mean, which it is. It's the same curl, but pulled a little bit. That's exactly what the product is doing. It's taking the same curl and doing something different to it. How much would I say it added? Because it's like an inch and a half. Would you say like this is an inch and a half from here to here? Like, you guys can see more clearly how much it's adding. I don't know what it claims to add, but it has added bit of length. That is so cool. The product, the length and lock worked. Let's get that out of the way. It worked. I'm gonna wear my hair out and see how it looked days and days in, of course, as per usual. Even though, like, people in real life are gonna be like, "Is that girl's hair lopsided?" Because right after this, I have to go to my nail appointment, and they're gonna be like, "Girl, what's going on? Did you cut your hair? Like, what's going on?" I do this for you guys. I look silly in real life so that you guys can have and know if something is a gimmick or not. Okay, so scratch the length and lock. The length and lock, lengthen and locked. Let's see if I do a turnaround too, so you can see the back. If the back is giving anything. Let's get that out the way. The length and locked did what it needed to do. It lengthened and it locked. Now let's get to the product, the Briogeo, adding the gel in. That's a whole different vibe. Again, these are the things we're waiting curls on. This is, and you tell me down below if there's anything else you look for in a wash and go. But my things, again, definition, volume, length, and feel. Again, let me know if there's something else I should be adding to what I kind of look at for my curls. But I think those are pretty standard. When we look at definition, that's my biggest thing. Is my are my curls defined, or you guys know how my hair look wet. The front, it gives me pause. It scares me. That back, I have no worries about the definition translation from wet to dry. My actual concern is mainly the front. The front definition, I like it. I like it on both the length and lock, and I like it on the regular. Now for volume, we're not there yet. We're day technically this is day 2 on this. This is the first day of breathing for this, so it's a weird day. Let's call it day 1.5. The volume is close to my face. It's what it's supposed to be. It's not going to grow because I didn't pick it. I don't pick my hair out. I want it to do what it's going to do when it's going to do it. Length, again, the length and lock is what's really helping the length today. And then the feel, that's the thing that's killing me with this hair, is the feel. I don't like how it's feeling day 1, but it's like, I also at the same time think this is going to be my longest lasting wash and go of my life. Like, I don't like how it feels day 2, day 1.5, whatever we're calling this. But that's not even normally my favorite day. My favorite day is usually day 3, 4, and 5 of my wash and goes, sometimes extended to 6. My worst day is usually 7, and I'm not really feeling day 1 and day 2. The foam doesn't feel like it's playing a factor in it at all, or the mousse is not, it doesn't feel like the mousse is there. It feels like the curl cream is doing it. I don't know. Maybe the next time I do this, I try 1/2 foam, 1/2 curl cream. So I will continue to do this, and I will talk to you guys day 2, which will be tomorrow, or day 2.5. We don't know how we're telling things. I'll see you guys later. So now for day 2.5, or whatever we're calling this. This again is the non-stretch side. This is again the stretch side. I guess it would make better sense if I wasn't wearing a black shirt so you could see a little bit better, but I think you guys can see it pretty obviously. I mean, it's a distinctive, I'm truly, I thought it wasn't gonna work. I'm gonna be honest, you guys. Like, I tried the weights and I was like, here we go again. I think it gave the length. The thing I noticed though is what's giving the length, which is is science, is gravity. It's not adding length that wasn't there. It is just stretching out your curls in a way that's more straight. Like, you see how straight that is? Like, these aren't even curls anymore to me, in my opinion. This is just a straight hair, where as opposed to On this side, these are straight curls. Like, it depends on what you want. Is curl integrity important to you, or the just length? Because if it's just length, it's gonna pull, but then I don't have curl integrity. Like, my curls are just not curls anymore. It's like a straight hair. Like, I'm like the straightening hair. So again, it's doing it, but it's just changing the dynamics. Like, the back curls aren't that drastically different. It might have pulled a little bit, but my front curls that are already having issues, or it's the part of my hair where I have the most issues with staying curly. If I could keep and hold on to a little bit of my front curl integrity, I think I would love. I'd be like, why wouldn't I go to sleep with the length and lock every single time I did this? It's just something about that front curl integrity that's different. But yes, in terms of nighttime routine, because I'm going to get that, so I want to address that now as we go through my week and my wash and go. This is how I sleep anytime I have curls, whether it's for a video like this or not. I pull my hair to the front. I'm using a not a tight scrunchie, but one of those like kind of silky, satiny scrunchies. Put that right here. This is called pineappling. It's because you're supposed to look like a pineapple. So anytime I say that in these videos and my crochet videos, this is what a pineapple is. And then I sleep with a bonnet on. So bonnet time. I go to sleep this way. Wake up in the morning. It's really a wash. This is where I always wonder why they call it a wash and go, because it's not like a wash. I don't wash my hair and go. I have to manipulate it, but it's really those subsequent days. Like, after the first day, it truly is a go. Like, you wake up, you go. Oops, let me separate this, and then that's how everything goes. Again, another thing I notice is, if you notice here, the volume is retained in the side that didn't use the length and lock. Like, because the length and lock again is essentially pulling down, it's going to pull down the volume, whereas this still has a natural, like, again, I think you can see it. Like, you can see this is a little bit more volumized. So I think this is going to grow out a bit more. Like, this is going to grow up and out, whereas this is going to grow, I'm assuming, just down. But right now, this is closer to my face. This is more voluminous. So again, it's about what you value. Curl integrity. Is volume important? Is length important to you in your wash and go? Let's me go about my day, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow for day 3. We don't got titles for these days. These days is just running at this point. Yesterday was such a rainy day that it was cloudy and there was no visibility for me to film, and I used the sun for filming, and the sun wasn't sunning. But today it's still a little cloudy, but a little bit of the sun is trying to peek through those clouds. So I think I can give you guys a day 4 analysis of how things are looking. So again, length and lock side, we've already addressed that the length and lock locked and lengthened the way it needed to. So that's not what I'm really evaluating. I'm evaluating the overall look of everything. And the curls have, I will say, the cast isn't casting. If the cast was, maybe 80%, I said the day before yesterday, it's probably about 50%. It's still a little stiff, but I got so many compliments. So, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, when I was all dressed up, I had some errands to run, but I also went and visited my family, and they were loving my hair, surprisingly. Like, they were like, oh, what did you do different? What hair is that? No, first it was, what hair is that? Then I said, it's my own hair. And then they said, oh, I love it. It looks different. And I was like, yeah, because it looks a little crunchy. Like, it feels like 80% crunch. But they really thought it was doing something. They thought it was doing something. They thought it was, one, fake hair, two, like, that it didn't look the way it felt. Like, it feels crunchy to me. To you guys, you're probably seeing like a very nice looking style. But again, this is day 4, and it's volume wise, this side is, still a little bit more voluminous. This side is still, it's making its way through. It's making its way through. But overall, this is how it's looking day 4. See you tomorrow for day 5. So here we are on days are running together at this point. Length and lock side, I thought it was gonna even out at some point. I really thought this was gonna catch up before I had to go into the office today, but it hasn't. But it's okay. It's lopsided, or I could just like, nah, I'm gonna leave it like this, because again, once I put, like, if I do like this, nobody can really tell. You can't really tell, but it turns out this might be the longest lasting wash and go that I ever have had or ever will have. Honestly, I can't see it going left again. on day 5, we still rocking and rolling, and we not even at full capacity on the volume yet. Like, we not even at volume levels that we've seen before. On my channel, we've seen some voluminous hair. We not even there in terms of volume. I might just be wearing this for 10 days, and we just gonna be watching a week in my wash and go for 10 days. So I won't take up too much time. I don't want to keep each section longer than 2 minutes. I'm going to check in with you guys, of course, tomorrow. So now it is the final day of me wearing this wash and go. It is day 9 of this wash and go. Now I'll insert clips just on screen of the days that I didn't really film talking portions, but I did film the hair so you could kind of see it in the evolution. And now you're seeing it before you on day 9. This is the longest I've ever worn a wash and go, I think, in my entire life. I think it's usually I reset at the end of a week, but because last week was a holiday week and I had Thursday and Friday off, I started the wash and go and I didn't have to like redo it until the next week. So I got to go a whole 7 days and then additional days because of last week. So I think that allowed it, because normally you want to, or I want to reset before the new week because, you know, it's Sunday or Sunday, and Sunday is the wash day. But again, I got a little bit of leeway, and especially gave me good time to really get into the dimensions of both sides. Now, you guys know I had some concerns about the combination of these products, but I do think it allowed me to wear the wash and go as long as I've been able to. The thing I will say, I need to get this right off the bat though, it does flake. It does flake. I don't know if there's a way to prevent the flaking, but I've heavily noticed it. It has not stopped flaking from day 1 to day 9. It may be, I was about to say maybe a little less. No, I think it's equal amounts of flaking. So I have to, and I've realized that I do my hair before I put my clothes on. I'm usually a makeup, maybe I do clothes, makeup, hair. Maybe I do makeup, clothes, hair, but hair usually for me is last. I've had to, like today, I made sure I did my hair, then put my clothes on because I wanted the flakes to not be on my clothes. It's been terrible, especially because I've worn black a lot. I love wearing black, and the flakes ain't been doing the thing. I do not get flakes when I use this by itself. I did get flakes because of the combination of that. Does now have a lot less of a cast, but that definition, baby, it's held. Like, get into it. So this is the curl without the length and lock, and I think it's important that I need to show you what the curl looks like without the length and lock being involved in the situation, because this is what it would look like on a normal just apply. And my goodness, get into that definition on day 9. Day 9, this might be my go-to combination. The length and lock has definitely a different look. I think you can definitely see a difference between the non-length and lock and the length and lock. The length and lock still has a bit of more length and all of that, but I think the definition of my curls are just more defined here because nothing was pulling them down and making them elongated. Like, this is different. It's not bad different. It depends again on your hair texture and your type and what you're looking for. I like the length and lock, but at the same time, I like this. I don't know, you guys. This is the first time I've done a battle where I'm challenged by my thoughts. Because again, this is what I would look like. Both sides would be this length. Then if I didn't use the length a lot, both sides would look like this on day 9. This is a bad day 9. This is a bad, meaning bad day 9. But I do know that I did enjoy this, but just be mindful. You're going to get a lot of lasting power. You're going to get a little bit of a cast. That cast will go away the more days you wear it. But again, you're going to have to wear it for multiple days, which is fine if you're looking for a long lasting style. But overall, this has been 9 days with this. Tell me you guys' opinion down below. What do you think of both the length and lock? Do you think it's a true, like, it's giving me a true, I think it's giving me true length. I wasn't going to get down to 18 inches because my hair, the hair got to be there for the hair to comply with the length and lock. Like, you got to have the work. It don't make up imaginary hair. I wouldn't want my hair any straighter, like, because I think if it lengthened any more, it would definitely pull out the curls a lot more, and then I just wouldn't have the bounciness of the curls. I think this kept the curl integrity a bit. It didn't, it's not here, but it's not like, too off, but it still at the same time added an appropriate amount of length. think it's nice, but your opinions are welcome down below. Tell me if there's another type of a battle too that you want me to do down below. I'm all ears. I'm probably going to do a crochet here again for my next style, but I'm going to do another wash and go pretty soon. So again, stay tuned. Make sure you're locked in and subscribe so you can see that and have that notification bell on so you're alerted when that comes up. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89 to see my shenanigans in real time. TikTok at Lia Lavon, which is a few more shenanigans and a bit more real time. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.